Hello and welcome to Afro Gooners TV. Where you get welcome. Yeah, go ahead. This is my brother Lloyd.
My brother Eddie.
This is where you get your Arsenal news with a Niger twist from somewhere in the U.S. We're just going to talk about the Arsenal game when we played West Ham recently. Lloyd, so when Arsenal started the game, we initially thought that Kieran Tierney was going to start at left back for us. But all of a sudden we got word that he was injured or he pulled something, and then Said Kalashnik ended up starting at left back. How did that make you feel?
Obviously, it was not a good news.
Good news.
I was definitely nervous when I saw the lineup. And you can tell, too, the team definitely looked shaky in the back.
Yeah.
So it made me feel a little bit nervous. But, I had the feeling that we can pull it off. And we did.
We did pull it off. Now, but let's talk about Said Kalashnik. How do you think he played that game?
Honestly, I thought the whole team as a general, because of not having Tierney in the back, there was a little bit of instability. But I thought he played okay. Honestly,
really,
he played okay. I mean, it could have been worse. But I thought he was off position. You can tell he was not. It was not the same Arsenal team. But I thought he played okay. But I felt like not having Tierney there, I felt like that the whole team's chemistry was kind of a little bit off.
Yeah.
So I felt like the whole team was more affected by it. But I thought he played okay.
What about Gabriel Magalhaes? What are your thoughts about how he played?
Gabriel Magalhaes, he's my guy. He's my guy. Yeah, I'm a defender, so.
And you're also a left-footed defender as well. So Arsenal, if you need another left-footed center back, Lloyd's your guy.
I'm 36, so you might just maybe a one-year contract. It's probably good enough for me. So, but yeah, Gabriel Magalhaes, he's always calm back there. You can tell like whenever he's back there, all the other defenders, even the players too, they have confidence in him. I really liked a couple of the plays. The one play in the first half when, what's the striker for West Ham?
Antonio.
Mikel Antonio.
Yeah, it was the bully.
Yeah, he was good. But I remember the first half he had the ball to the wing, and Magalhaes did a really good job in slide tackling and getting the ball from him. Even though he almost got past him, because of his pace and his physicality and his football IQ, he was able to kind of nullify the effect.
What frustrates me is that Gabriel Magalhaes has to play center back, middle center back, and then also play right center back because Rob Holding was exposed that game. Rob Holding, his pace was just look, come on, man. I think we should probably put Saliba on the right center back instead of Rob Holding, because even though Rob Holding knows the system and he's played with Arteta and the players there in that system, he exposed our frailties in the back because Gabriel Magalhaes, that sliding tackle, it was because of Rob Holding was already beat on the right side.
Sure, I agree with you. So I forgot that the reason why he had to make that slide tackle was because Holding was beaten.
Exactly.
So, and you're right. They really exposed that our defense. Gabriel had to cover a lot of positions.
Yeah.
Just because the players weren't really playing properly in their position. So against a team like West Ham, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
But against a team like Liverpool, the top teams, those are kind of plays that that will cost us. So I completely agree with you.
Yeah, and like you said, against a team like Liverpool, it's going to be costly. And ironically, who do we play next? Liverpool. However, though, Liverpool are not as stellar as you would think in the back. They conceded 3 goals against Leeds. Yeah. Now they conceded 1 goal when they played. Who did they play?
They played Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah. They're so forgettable because Kai Havertz, man, and Werner, they look like, I almost felt like they played Southampton, man. That's how bad Chelsea played. But that's another conversation.
They were a man down too, but
they were a man down. Even before being a man down, though, they didn't look that convincing. They weren't that good on the ball.
Sure.
But back to Arsenal. Now that David Luiz is back, do you think he should start more in the center back?
I think he definitely should start as a center back because Gabriel, he knows what he's doing. I have full confidence in him that he can take control of the game from his position. But you just need that person to kind of just give everyone else confidence. And I think David Luiz, being that experienced player that he is. Obviously, he makes that 1 or 2 mistakes in the game, but being that experienced player that will really help Gabriel Magalhaes really, and as well as the other players, be more comfortable. Because last thing you want is to have a breakaway, and then you're questioning if we're going to get the ball.
That's true. So, as a defender, what 4 or 3 defenders would you have start our center back position?
So for the game against Liverpool, I definitely want experience. So I definitely like to have David Luiz.
Okay.
I like to have Gabriel Magalhaes. He's new to the Premier League, but he knows what he's doing. I'm confident in him. Mm-hmm. I like to have Tierney.
Okay.
In the back.
But then that puts us in a weird situation because Tierney's a left-footed left back, right? Gabriel Magalhaes is the left-footed left center back, and then David Luiz probably plays best in like the center of a back three. So we put David Luiz in the center of the back three. We put Magalhaes as on the left side of the back three. We probably put Tierney as like a left wing back, right?
Yeah, definitely be a more left wing back. I'm actually kind of hesitant with Gabriel Magalhaes. I feel like he could play a lot of positions. The game against West Ham showed that he can cover for a lot of defenders.
He's very versatile.
He's very versatile. That's the word. So I really want to start him back there because I'll be more confident having him back there. But that's just me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I agree. I think Tierney should start, but I don't think maybe if Tierney starts, I don't think he should start as a left or a center back. I think he should probably start as a left wing back, and have Gabriel Magalhaes as a left center back, and have David Luiz start in the center, and then maybe on the right probably have Saliba, William Saliba start on the right center back, and then Ainsley Maitland-Niles is like a right wing back. Right. That'll just secure our back, I think, a lot more. But what are your thoughts about the way Aubameyang played that game?
Aubameyang, I thought he played a very smart game because West Ham played a compact defense, and it really made it hard for him to impose his style. But Aubameyang really shined in the game, I thought, because the first goal was because he made that assist. By the way, Saka made a great ball.
Saka, well done. You're playing for Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
Not for England.
Yeah, so Saka. But I thought Aubameyang played really well because it was tough for him to get to the spots they really want to because of the way
they were double teaming him and over. They were aware of the fact that he cuts in from the right and shoots the ball.
But because of the presence that he gets, he opens up plays for other players. So I thought he played well. I mean, he didn't score, but he created. Yeah. He was involved in both of the goals.
Lacazette.
Lacazette, again, I believe Lacazette and Aubameyang play really well together. I think that there's the one thing about chemistry.
Yeah.
Even though Lacazette, doesn't get you the amount of goals as Aubameyang does.
Yeah.
I feel like having him there there's that chemistry where Aubameyang doesn't have to think, and he doesn't have to think, and they can know the kind of runs they want. So I think Lacazette gives you that physicality up front, which is you need that in the Premier League. Going against Liverpool, going against Van Dijk. Obviously, it's going to be hard to go against Van Dijk, but just having that extra physical presence.
He's someone that can hold the ball and keep the ball down and bring it down for teammates.
Because against Liverpool, we're going to need to rely on our counterattack and holding the ball a lot more. I mean, we've showed that we can do it. But we need to have that strength up front, I feel.
On that point now about holding the ball, what do you think about Pepe playing in Liverpool as opposed to Willian? Pepe is like our record signing. I think he's good, but like, why? What do you think about him starting? Why do you think he's not starting? Like, what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like Willian is getting more starts now because he's new to the team, so maybe Arteta is trying to understand how he will play, especially in the first couple of games where there's not a huge amount of risk involved, so you can kind of gel more with the team. But against Liverpool, I feel like that's one of the things where strategy can come and play. I can see Pepe starting, to kind of keep Liverpool check up, up in the back. But I also could see William starting. It's one of the things where you might want to have someone like Pepe start first, and then William to come in if we need to have that extra to get us past.
I think maybe William was starting because Arteta sees him as more experienced, he has more understanding of the Premier League. So like, okay, we put him there because he knows how to cope with certain situations better than Pepe does. But I see your point though. If Pepe started first and Willian came off the bench, there might be more of an impetus off the bench as opposed to if Willian starts and Pepe comes off the bench. Because whenever Pepe comes off the bench, it just seems like very flat. Like he doesn't really do much, But I think Pepe's kind of player that needs confidence through the game. He needs to grow into the game, kind of like when we played against Chelsea. When we played against Chelsea, he was just megging everyone. He was megging his own shadow.
I agree with you. We should probably have Pepe start, just because, like you said, he's the kind of player that you need him to have longer influence in the game for his confidence to grow. And William, he's an experienced player, so he's the kind of player where you can bring him at any point and he can still make that impact.
Exactly.
He has experience. So again, against Liverpool, I feel like it's probably a better strategy. Start Pepe, keep the defenders, on check. Get them tired. Hopefully get a goal from him, which would be great, and then bring in Willian to kill the game.
But what is it possible though to even start Pepe and Willian?
It's possible, but then I think Lacazette won't. I don't think you can start Lacazette in that.
You probably could though, because if you think about it, if you have Lacazette up top, right, and you have Pepe on the left, and then you have let's say, who do we have on the we have Pepe on the right, sorry, and then Aubameyang on the left. Then we can start Willian maybe as like one of our like an attacking midfielder, maybe drop Xhaka and put Ceballos behind him, You know, because we have that stability now in defense that we have. All we need to do is make sure we possess the ball and like are good on the ball when we have the ball. So like in the middle we have like Willian and Ceballos, and then like the back five can be Ainsley Maitland, Saliba, David Luiz, and then what's his name? Gabriel Magalhaes and Tierney. You know, so that can be like 5, 2, 3. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Right? Yeah, that's the entire team, and it can end up being like a 3-4-3 situation kind of thing. And I think playing in that kind of way gives us more dynamism because we're more dynamic and more effective because we have Willian now who's a dribbler. He can dribble the ball, he can take his man on, he can also score and provide assist, right? We have Pepe that can do the same thing, dribble, provide assist, very good on the ball on his left foot. So those two people can keep defenders honest. Aubameyang that finishes everything, his breakfast, lunch, dinner, he finishes it all. So, and we have Lacazette that can hold the ball, bring every one of those players into play. But that means that players like the Saka wouldn't play. What are your thoughts about how that'll affect other players like Saka?
I think it depends on what the coach sees in the strategy going into the game. Players like Saka, he did well in the last game, by the way. I think in the first half he struggled against West Ham. In the second half he came up and he did a really great job. I feel like with his confidence now that going into this next game, probably starting Saka might be a good thing, but I can see starting him from the bench also could be a good thing as well.
Yeah.
I feel like in the second half, something happened where he played much better in the second half.
Yeah.
So maybe the coach might want to start him in the second half.
Yeah.
Because he might have a better impact in the second half, possibly. And so it's one of those things where, against Liverpool, you want to bring your strong team.
You do.
Your strongest team. So you don't want to come with any weakness.
You don't want to start, especially you don't want to start weak either.
Start weak. So you don't want to start weak and then be down a goal and then have it to make a change.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I'll agree with you. It's just to have that lineup. If we can start, Aubameyang, Lacazette, Willian, and Pepe at the same time, I think that would definitely keep Liverpool honest.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great strategy.
I don't think Liverpool would expect that. But then, I don't think... my only concern is what kind of effect it'll have on our midfield, because we lose Xhaka. But Xhaka, I'll give Xhaka credit. He's been doing well in the midfield, but we get that extra mobility in the midfield with Willian as opposed to Xhaka.
Yeah, one thing I would say, just to kind of throw out there to Leeds, we can pull off, we're a better team than Leeds, by the way.
Except for, I like Phillips. Calvin Phillips, when you come to Arsenal, you're more than welcome to come to Arsenal. Calvin Phillips, coming? Yeah. No? Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, but on that note, though, Leeds had a great strategy against Liverpool because they had there are four. I think they had 4 players pretty much attacking whenever they had the ball.
Yeah.
Which really caught Liverpool off guard. And imagine having the talents with Aubameyang, Lacazette going up front when you're attacking. I think that would give Liverpool really something to think about because Liverpool they like to play just 3 in the back.
Yeah, they do.
So
they play like 2 in the back.
Yeah, 2 in the back most of the time, and then
everyone's bombing forward.
Yeah. So I think if we can rely on our defense to keep us, to make smart plays, and then when we have the possession, have 4 attackers going at Liverpool. Honestly, I can see that being like an open game for us where we can win by a lot of goals.
Yeah, I think we'll surprise Liverpool. Yeah. I think we'll surprise Liverpool, or it'll be a surprise and loss for us. Could be, yeah. Hopefully we don't lose.
High risk, high reward, right?
Exactly. So, high risk, high reward, and we're going for it.
But we'll see what Arteta says. Maybe he might watch this and go with this. He might not, but we'll see. As long as we get the win, that's all that matters. Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching Afro Gooners TV. Please, if you like the content, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. We will be here to report and just give our commentary as to what we think. We'd love to have you guys join us. Just like my phone went off, I'd like to hear the notification bell go off as well. Until next time, stay tuned with Afro Gooners TV. Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Please, get out of here. Get out of here,